Welcome back to an exciting show. Commercial airline pilots. Let's ride. Russell Wilson's free agency tour has begun. En route to meet with the Steelers, Russ had a pit stop in Newark, visited the Giants for an exploratory meeting. Nick, do you like the idea of Russ in the Giants uniform?
No, the Giants should not do this.
Why? Really? You don't want the Giants to do anything.
No, I would like them to draft a quarterback. They're at 6. You don't even want the Patriots take quarterback.
Who
Patriots
you want
can
at
trade
6?
down.
J.J. McCarthy? That's who you
No,
like?
God, no. But I think Jaden Daniels might be there at 6, and if not, you trade up
Really?
and get him. Yeah, I think
I
J.J.
don't think he's
McCarthy
there at
might
6.
end up going before Jaden
Well,
Daniels.
people like-
But yeah, people love J.J. Again, they have they're privy to footage that I am not when it comes to his college career, but I'm also not a scout. But it doesn't matter. Russell Wilson is not a significant upgrade on Daniel Jones.
That's true.
He's just,
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's just and here's the thing. They can't cut Daniel. They're not going to cut Daniel Jones this year. You're paying Daniel
Right.
Jones this year anyway. So if I am going to take the plunge on moving off Daniel Jones, it's not for Russell Wilson. And Sean Payton, I understand Brian Daboll, sorry, Coach Mangini, if you're watching, seems to have even by NFL standards, a historic ego. But Sean Payton couldn't fix it. You're not going to be able to. The Broncos wide receiver room is middling. The Giants wide receiver room is one of the worst in the NFL. So the idea that all of a sudden Russell Wilson is going to come there and be good, he's not good. So no, I wouldn't do it.
I actually love it. Now, if they could get Jaden Daniels in the draft, or if they want to draft a quarterback, fine. But outside of that, I'm not saying and I don't think it's great for Russ, because as you said, they don't have their skill position players aren't great outside of Saquon, who may be gone. So I don't think that's a great fit for him. Also, if I'm the Giants, I'm thinking of bringing Russell Wilson in as a backup initially. Like I'm starting Daniel Jones.
That's right.
And giving him the chance.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
But hold on. Well, my point is I start him. Now, he might play poorly, and I would have a quick leash with him. Like, if he plays poorly for the first 4 games or so, I'm getting him out. He's not our guy going forward. I'm putting Russ in, and now Russ has the season to prove if he is a guy we can go with for the next couple of years. But so I think in that regard, it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense to say we're done with Daniel Jones and now Russ is our starter. But
Just quickly, and I don't want to sound too much like Greg Jennings here. Daniel Jones, #1 fan outside of the Jones family.
Well, Greg got off that take, so you're about to jump on it.
well,
Go
he
ahead.
kind of still like.
Go ahead.
Remember the first game against Dallas, they lost 40-0, and it was the quickest I've ever seen a team be like, oh, I guess we can write off the Giants all year. When Daniel Jones was running for his life the whole game, he got sacked 7 times that game.
Yeah, so that'll be good with this guy?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But Daniel Jones was not set up to succeed. He got 7 times. Then he won a game against Arizona, which Dallas actually lost. Then he lost to the 49ers. Then in the Seahawks, he got sacked 10 times.
Okay, guys.
I mean,
Some
Daniel
sacks
Jones
are
is
on the
fast. He can
quarterback.
move around.
Also,
Sometimes sacks on
at
some.
some point,
10.
hey, can
Russ,
I-
not all 10,
Wild.
but some.
At what point
Russ
of a
is a lot
player's
of sacks on
career
him.
is he? And so then now I'm going to be on, because again, I wouldn't bring in Russ. I also don't think that all of a sudden teammates are going to like him. Like all of a sudden he's not going to be a polarizing.
Who, Russ?
Yeah, force in the locker room. I don't know that I buy that. But on Daniel Jones, he has played 5 years in the league. At what point is a player responsible for his own success? Come on, what?
You're a quarterback getting chased around. It looked like the Giants.
He
it
doesn't
like was
have
a
the
pop
greatest
quiz. Like,
receiving
whoa,
core.
the Cowboys are here?
And
What the heck?
he's had a bunch of different coordinators. Like,
He has had different coordinators because the coaches get fired because he stinks. Guys, I don't. Why do we do this?
his
Because he
rookie
won a
year
playoff
was
game
pretty
and
good,
then-
Nick.
the-
His rookie year, he was pretty. That was maybe that was one of his best years.
We do this weird thing for quarterbacks that we won't do for anybody else. We won't do for any other position. Be like, it's not their fault.
I mean, sometimes. Was it his fault when he got sacked 10 times?
No,
maybe I'll go grind the film.
what
Josh,
I am-
we're working over the weekend. We've got to go back to that.
What I'm saying is that that at this point we have to be honest about what Daniel Jones is, which is a quarterback that will get coaches fired. Now, oddly, that's what Russell Wilson has turned into, which is why one coach got fired, one coach traded him, another coach got fired,
Well,
another
one coach
paid him to go
wasn't
away.
any good, Russell
Like,
not.
we don't know. So
We know.
probably that's correct. But I just, no. I mean, I wouldn't do this if I were the Giants, even though Daniel Jones isn't the
Okay.
guy.
I'd be
I'll
interested
throw another
to
team
hear
out
his
there.
next answer.
Post-Giants meeting, Russ is going to go meet with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Now, since Roethlisberger retired, QB musical chairs. You had Trubisky, then Pickett, then last year you had Pickett, Rudolph, Trubisky again, who's now with backing up Josh Allen. So, Brew, do you like Russ in a Steelers uniform?
I do, and I'm glad to see that the Steelers are looking to move on from Kenny Pickett. All right, now, Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback available. Baker obviously is out there, but those two are going to cost, 35 to $40 million, or more than 40 for Kirk maybe. And Kirk obviously is older. Justin is younger, obviously, and might have more of a future. But the thing with Justin is that you are going to have to make a decision fairly quickly, certainly on picking up his fifth-year option, which could be decent money. And then are you going to sign him going forward? Right. So for Russ, for $1 million, $1.2 million, or even if he wants a little bit more, I mean, yes, this is now. Nick, if he can't succeed in Pittsburgh, because you got two, I think, very good receivers in Pickens and Dante Johnson. You got two good running backs in Najee Harris and Jalen. And then you got Pratt Favre, who's a good tight end. And you got a very good defense. It is all set up. He doesn't have to be great. But if he can be a little better than last year, his numbers last year were fine, but his actual performance, I think it's great for the Steelers and for Russ. And hopefully they both work this thing out.
Okay. This one I agree with.
You like this one?
Well, listen, the four worst quarterback teams last year were the Panthers, but they were starting Bryce, a rookie, so they're obviously there. The Jets, but they have Aaron come back. Pittsburgh and New England. And Pittsburgh and New England, New England has a ripcord to pull via the third pick of the draft. So that then lives. So the Jets are going to have Rodgers. The Panthers obviously still riding with Bryce Young. New England, we assume, is going to draft a quarterback 3. Pittsburgh has the 20th pick. They don't have a ton of cap space. They're not in the market for one of the actual true, no doubt upgrades you mentioned. So yes, despite how pessimistic I am on Russ, for this team at this price point with this level of he could be, if Russ next year is the 25th best quarterback in the league, and I know you think he'll be better, it is a massive upgrade from what they've had
if he's what he was last year. I mean, again, the numbers are fine. It's just the actual
production. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I give you because I know you pulled that out of thin air.
Yeah.
Last year's the Steelers' passing offense was 25th.
Yeah.
With 186 yards a game.
I'm surprised it was even
Russ
that high.
averaged 205 yards a game.
Yeah.
So you got yourself 19 more yards a game.
But he was a lot more efficient. The touchdowns.
He threw everything behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Weren't
but
shots
but
off
it
there.
is-
touchdowns.
But the thing is,
and the
touchdowns
lack
were
of
nice,
interception.
for the Kenny Pickett is not an NFL starter. He will never be. And I don't know if we want to blame other people. I guess with Pickett, it's okay blaming his performance on him. Certain quarterbacks, it's not. Mason Rudolph is going to be a high-level backup and make a lot of money, and as he showed last year, can step in and play well. But if he's your starter, you're not in good shape. So for this team, Russell, there aren't 32 awesome quarterbacks. So for this team, this one makes sense to me.
Okay. All right. I got a longer.
Go.
Another team?
Well, remember when the Vikings were good when Kirk Cousins went down? Some people had him going all the way to the Super Bowl. And then they were on the hunt. They're like, what are we going to do? And they went and got Josh Dobbs, and all of a sudden Josh Dobbs, it took off. Josh Dobbs signed on Halloween. Do you think there's a chance that Russ looks around and be like, you know what, I want to start. I don't want to, compete. I want to, maybe I just hang out for a while and see what happens during the season.
If Pittsburgh wants him, he should go there.
Yes.
You couldn't, do you disagree with what I said about their skill position players?
No.
It's set up, and you got a great defense and a very good coach.
I would.
So many
what's going
starters
to be a
get
better
hurt,
situation?
Yes.
Like Aaron Rodgers. If you're a Russ, you don't sign with Pittsburgh, and it's an Aaron Rodgers type situation
Pittsburgh's
happens.
better than the Jets.
Yeah, no, Wilds, I agree with you in this regard. If